Okay, so if you live here in Denver, you know the weather is, well, it's a roller coaster, right? One day it's beautiful, the next it's freezing. But what does all that craziness actually do to your home's comfort, and maybe more importantly, to your energy bills? Well, let's dive into that. We're going to explore a pretty cool modern solution that's totally changing the game for how homes perform around here.
Right? Living in the mile-high city, it's amazing. We get these beautiful seasons. But for our homes, it means they're constantly fighting a battle. They're going from these cold, dry winters straight into that intense summer heat. And those huge temperature swings, they put this unique, constant strain on our houses. It forces our furnaces and our air conditioners to just work overtime, all the time.
So let's just get straight to the point. Does it ever feel like you're just lighting money on fire every single month when you get that energy bill? Well, there's a really, really good chance that the biggest hole in your budget isn't what you think it is. It's probably right about your head.
You know, for decades, we all thought insulation was just about slowing down heat transfer, right? You stuff some pink fluff in the walls and you're good. But what we've learned now is that there's a massive hidden flaw in that thinking. That old school insulation, it doesn't actually stop air from moving. And it's those tiny, invisible air leaks, those are the real villains. That's where all your money is going.
And for most of us here in Denver, the number one culprit, the biggest source of that energy loss, it's not your windows, it's not your doors. It's your attic. Think about it. In the winter, all that expensive warm air you paid for just rises and escapes through your attic like it's a giant leaky sieve. And in the summer, that blazing hot attic heat just cooks your house from the top down.
Okay, and this slide just nails the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got your traditional stuff, like fiberglass. Yeah, it slows down heat a bit, but, and this is the huge but, it does nothing to stop those air leaks we were just talking about. Then you look at spray foam. It insulates, sure, but it also creates a complete airtight seal. That's the game changer right there. It tackles both problems in one shot, and it doesn't break down over time.
So that brings us right to the modern solution we've been hinting at. You see, spray foam isn't just another flavor of insulation. Nope, it's a whole different way of thinking. It's a two-in-one system that's both an insulator and an air barrier, and it just fundamentally changes how your house performs.
Okay, so let's get super clear on this, because if you take away one thing from this, it should be this. Spray foam is basically the only common insulation out there that gives you a thermal barrier, that's the insulation part, and an air barrier, that's the sealing part, all in one go. You're not just stuffing your walls with something, you're literally creating a seamless, protective shell around your home.
And how it works is, honestly, kind of like magic. It starts as a liquid that gets sprayed right onto a surface. Then, within seconds, I mean seconds, it expands up to 100 times its original size. It's this insane, rapid expansion that lets it get into every single nook, cranny, and weird little gap. It creates this perfect, custom-molded seal that you could just never, ever get with pre-cut bats of insulation.
All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, that sounds great, but where do you actually use this stuff? Let's take a look at where this technology makes the biggest impact, because it's tailored for all the different kinds of buildings we have here in Denver, from the old historic homes to brand new construction.
For pretty much any house, the attic is ground zero. That's where you get the most bang for your buck. But it's also amazing in crawl spaces, to finally get rid of those ice-cold floors in the winter. It's used in wall cavities to create that complete thermal shell, and even in garages. At the end of the day, the goal is always the same. Control the air, control the temperature, and slash your energy bills.
And it's not a one-size-fits-all solution either. There are a couple of different kinds. You've got open cell foam, which is kind of soft and spongy. It's fantastic for dampening sound, so it's great for interior walls and attics. Then there's closed cell foam. This stuff is dense and rigid. It actually adds structural strength to your walls. Plus, it's a moisture barrier, which makes it perfect for basements or any place that might get a little damp.
Now, let's talk business for a second. For commercial buildings, the stakes are even higher, right? If you're running a huge warehouse or an office building, your energy costs are a massive part of your operating budget. So creating an airtight, super insulated space with spray foam, that translates directly to lower bills and, just as importantly, a way more comfortable building for your employees and your customers.
Okay, and this is where it gets really, really cool. Think about all the metal buildings and pole barns we have around the Denver area. Metal is a massive conductor of heat, right? It gets freezing cold and scorching hot, and they tend to sweat. That's condensation. Well, spray foam sticks right to the metal, completely stopping that condensation and taming those wild temperature swings. It literally makes those spaces usable and comfortable all year round.
So look, an upgrade like this, it's not just about feeling more comfortable tomorrow. It's really about the long-term payoff. This is a high-performance upgrade that provides lasting value. Let's talk about what that return on investment actually looks like over time.
You know how traditional insulation can sag and get all compressed and gross over time? It just stops working as well. Well, spray foam doesn't do that. It holds its shape and keeps on performing for years and years. So what does that mean for you? It means consistent energy savings month after month. It means better indoor air quality because it blocks out dust and allergens. It's pretty much a set-it-and-forget-it solution that actually helps your whole building last longer.
Okay, so how do you know if your place is a good candidate for an upgrade like this? Well, chances are your home is already trying to tell you. It might be sending you some pretty obvious signals that something's not right.
Let's do a quick home checkup right now. Do you have that one room that's an oven in the summer and an icebox in the winter? Are your energy bills just consistently painfully high? Do you feel little drafts when you walk by a window or an outlet? And here's a huge one for us in Denver. Do you get those giant icicles, those ice dams forming on your roof? If you're nodding along to any of these, those are all classic, textbook signs of bad insulation and major air leaks.
And that really brings us to the final big idea here. So many of us just accept it, right? We accept the drafts, the crazy high bills, the rooms that are never the right temperature. We think it's just a normal part of owning a home. But what if it's not? What if you don't have to live with that? It really leaves you with a question to think about. What is your home's true performance potential? What level of comfort and efficiency is just sitting there, locked away, waiting to be unleashed?